General Museveni, the leader of the NRM, has adjusted his campaign program. He was supposed to be in the northern region, but the communication came out saying that he's not campaigning in that region, and it sends some suspicion. Stick on this video, I'm going to tell you why. In a communication which was made by the Secretary General, he came out to say, and I quote, "For immediate release to the NRM district city chairperson Kole, Rila and Rila City. Adjustment of the presidential campaign dates in Kole, Rila, Rila City. This is to notify you that the date for the presidential campaign rallies that had been scheduled to take place on Monday, October 6, 2025 in Kole and Rila City has been adjusted. This is due to His Excellency the President need to attend on critical state duties on the set day. A new date shall be communicated to you soon. Please inform the general public in your respective districts accordingly. Yours faithfully, Richard Todong." So when you clearly see that communication, as a Ugandan, I start to, first of all, make some intelligence. It's not normal for General Museveni to adjust rallies and miss out on some. It has just started. Remember, General Museveni is 82 years. In the next cycle of election is going to be 83 years. When you look at your grandfather who's 82, you clearly see that the vigor is going away. In fact, even during the 2021 general election, COVID brought opportunities of him not campaigning vigorously. I've followed the campaigns trails previously. General Museveni campaigns a lot. Doesn't miss out on any rally. We should first ask ourselves, what is the reason behind if he has state engagement of not campaigning? Because even in previous election he used to have state engagement, and what he could do, for example, if he has a rally in Kole, he could invite that delegation that would want to see him in Kole, meet them in a state lodge, then proceed to campaign, sometimes campaigning with them. Okay, but if it comes out to say that he has state engagement, we must ask, maybe he's tired, maybe his vigor cannot permit him to do so. And for me, I keep on telling people that we are going to see General Museveni missing out on more rallies because of old age, but not even having a lot more vigor of campaigning. To show you that it is happening, the Secretary General of NRM, Richard Todong, came out to say that each NRM candidate must put General Museveni's portrait on the picture. In fact, he said this statement. Here's the tape.
Set and decided that we need to standardize our branding. If you are a candidate, you should know that there is also a presidential candidate that you are supposed to support and campaign for. Therefore, if you are making your posters, you need to attach the presidential poster, the official portrait on your poster, so that you campaign for him and also market him as you market yourself. And that is part of the unity we have in the party. And the flag bearers have accepted it so well, and they're happy with it, and they're making their posters with the presidential candidate poster. And two, SEC also agreed that our campaign should be district-led, where district chairman should be the chairpersons of our campaign task forces in that district. And with the structures of the party, each structure will be responsible for the campaigns in his area. The branch chairperson, which is the village chairperson, will be responsible for his village. The parish chairpersons and the executives will be responsible for the parish campaigns in the areas. And then the sub-county chairpersons will provide leadership at the sub-county level, as the district chairpersons provide leadership at the district level. So it has decentralize the campaigns, and that is why there is a small team moving with the presidential candidate, because everybody is back to his district.
So that is Richard Todong. He's coming out to lay standards that everyone who is standing in any position should put a portrait of General Museveni on his campaign posters. I think they are copying for what the opposition does, because the opposition, for example, in NEP, very many people are putting the portrait of BOBI WINE on their campaign posters. But it is not done because of some resolution. It's done because of love. Very many people who put BOBI WINE's portrait on their pictures, they are not told, but they like BOBI WINE, they like it that way. So if on one hand General Museveni is missing out on a rally, and at the same time Todong is telling people to put their portrait on their posters, you clearly see that now everyone must come out and campaign for him. Previous campaigns have been otherwise. General Museveni is the one campaigning for these people, so he's now asking them to campaign for him. And for me, I suspect three things. One, he doesn't have a lot of as much vigor as he used to have to move across the country, so he's implementing this. Two, an older person may have some issues of not campaigning, because even today he has not campaigned, and I suspect that even in the coming months he may miss out on very many rallies, although he may have the resources to reach everywhere in other ways. But we must understand that there are things that is going on that are preventing him from campaigning. And for me, I keep on telling people that Uganda is in the transition process started. MUSEVENI is 82 years. His family is looking up to taking over from him. Because even if you have a parent who's 82 years running an empire, it cannot be as big as Uganda, but even if it's a small factory, you would want to take over from him because of old age. Because when you're old, you will start forgetting, your health will deteriorate, your vigor will deteriorate. And running a country is not as easy as eating bananas. So for me, I suspect even him missing out on more rallies because of old age, because of the vigor reducing. These things are supposed to be said, because if you continue keeping quiet without pointing out the real reason as to why our country is taking that direction, we shall be able to take the blame. Okay? So for me, one, I pray that we get a peaceful transition that can be retained, because the system is hell-bent on engineering a transition outside the constitution, which I think Ugandans will never allow. And even if it is successful, it will be a dark day for all of us. It is the truth, and these things are supposed to be said. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makinde Kabye Suleiman Mawagari, the next MP for Makinde East constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.